Hi Cancer, welcome welcome back to the channel. Once again, don't get scammed, okay? Only contact me via the website. I will only speak to you via that route. If you get any messages claiming to be from me on any of the platforms, then it's not going to be me, okay? So just contact by the website, okay? So be safe. So let's see where you are. Let's see what's going on in your energy today. I got the message, finish what you start. So in your life, you may have found yourself a lot of times, God, this card is coming up a lot at the moment, Five of Swords, okay? So this is like walking away from something, okay? Stepping away, but make sure to complete the process, you know, but do it in a healthy way. I think that's really what this card is saying. Do it in a healthy way. You know, there is a level of amicability in here, so like try and find that in the situation that you're in. But finish what you start in a healthy way. There's been a lot of change in your life, and it's making you think quite deeply about your behaviour and what now needs to happen. What are the next steps that you need to take? You've been through a lot. The Ace of Swords. Okay, so new thought. So this is a new, being presented with a new way of thinking that's going to improve your situation. And this is really important because you've been sensing that you've needed to change for quite a while. All right. Obviously, cancers are usually very deep feelers, and as such, you know, if you've got quite strong ideas about the changes that you want, and you know your intuition's really quite strong. But you know you need to take some practical steps to make that happen. So, okay, Three of Swords. So you've been through or are going through a breakup or a major change in your relationships, but this is necessary, and this is all tied in with your growth at this time. So, you know, it might seem difficult, especially if you've been in a relationship for a while. But you know, for us humans, this is just part of the process, and you know we have to go through this at times, and there's no getting away from those rites of passage in life, especially in relationships, because obviously relationships are our master teachers. You know that, well, apart from children, our relationship with children, but I mean like romantic relationships as well. They are our big teachers. So, Seven of Swords. Okay, wow. So you got quite a strong message here about like being tactical and having to walk away. You're leaving some of that thinking behind, but you're also having to carry some with you. And you're saying, okay, you know, I need to be tactical about this. I need to think about what I'm doing, but I have to make changes. There's no getting away from that. But you're doing it, okay? This has been like a difficult process, and you know, yes, you know, there's sadness and there's struggles in there. And sometimes you wonder, like, what's the point in carrying on? Why do I keep repeating these experiences? Is it ever going to get better? I think the fact that you're asking that question about repeated experiences is where it's actually going to change for you, because once we see a pattern in our lives repeating over and over again, it's like, right, it's time to change it now. You know, I've seen this enough times. I know that I need to do things differently. And the result of this actually is going to be the Ten of Pentacles, all right? So a lot of success coming from this. So it's not all in vain. You are going to be very abundant, all right? This is like in a bit of a longer term view, though, of how it's going to be. But don't feel disheartened. You know, you're going to get there. But, you know, most things in life take time. They don't happen overnight. But, like, if you look at your life from a broader kind of perspective, from high up, in terms of it being a tapestry, you know, when you look at those really elaborate, you know, ornate tapestries, you know, they take a long time to build, and in the beginning they don't look very pretty, right? So, you know, just respect the fact that you're on a process. Look at it more from a sort of soul level, and there's the Strength card. So brilliant, you know. This is saying, okay, look at how she's treating that lion. Look at that wisdom that she's got, you know, in what she's doing. She's taming that lion in her life. So whether that's internal or external, but there's great strength in what you're doing. So, you know, you might not feel like everything is going great, but actually you are remarkably strong. You know, yes, you've got a very hard shell, and that's necessary. You know, in life we have to have a hard shell sometimes, but you're learning as well to to let in what needs to be let in, in a healthier way. This is all about your boundaries, having better boundaries so you can let things flow more easily. You can let more come in, you can let more be given from you, but it's in a healthier way than you've done before. And once again, it's because you've been through repeating patterns numerous times in your life. All right, so you've got to give yourself a pat on the back through this process, even though it can be hard. And it's saying, yeah, okay, this is where you're going to end up. All right, so Spirit really wants to remind you. It's like, okay, this is tough. I'm not enjoying this particularly, but this is where I'm going to end up. And Spirit's saying, keep your eye on the prize, because you are going to get there, and you're going to feel like it was all worth it. All right, but the message is for a lot of you, not all of you. This isn't like a couple of weeks or like a month. This is a few years, but recognize that you are in that process. And yes, we all have to have our pity parties at times. But there's, if you can keep a long view of this, and what Spirit is asking you to learn, and what on a soul level you've chosen to learn, actually, it's going to be very, very worthwhile. So please try and remember that, okay? And in the shorter term here, so the Page of Pentacles, all right? So there is a gift or a blessing coming in regarding a change in direction with money. So new opportunity there, and you're being presented with or you found a way to create something new financially. All right. So this is positive. So I think Spirit is really pushing on this. It's saying, yeah, it's been very challenging, but there's a lot of positivity, and you're being asked to really, keep your eye on that. But this card is up. Wow. You've really been through some conflict. You've had to deal with some difficult situations and difficult people, but you're still standing. Remember that, and you're actually having compassion for these other people involved. So, when a card appears twice, it's really, ramming that message home, that this is, you've been through a lot of difficulty. But, well done. Even when things are very challenging, and where there's a lot of conflict to deal with, that's just sometimes how it is in life, and that's part of our journey sometimes. And we all go through different cycles in our life, different phases in our life, and sometimes this is just like rite of passage. We have to do it. So Knight of Wands, so you're charging ahead here, like we said earlier, with new thought. So it's a new way of thinking, it's a new approach to your life and your situation, all right, which ties in with the Strength card as well. So once again, give yourself a pat on the back. This is, you've been through a lot, it's kicked your ass numerous times, but actually you're able to charge forward at this point. So there's a lot of new energy that's coming in, and you're able to actually utilize some of that, all right? So where you might have felt, they're saying like where you might have felt really stuck before and unable to move, you are actually now able to make some great strides. So, it's actually, take the positives. And the Sun, okay, great. So, so there's a lot to feel good about in the near future, all right? You've still got a path to walk, and it's going to take time, but the sun is shining on your back. If it's not right now, it's going to be very shortly. All right, so you're going to feel a lot more kind of at ease, feeling that warmth, feeling that support from above. So just remember that. There's a lot of good energy in the reading. So obviously, all right, Cancer, with this reading, just take what resonates, and leave the rest. I always say that. But I very much appreciate you being here. All right, if you like the reading, don't forget to hit like, and if you want to see more of this content, obviously subscribe. But yeah, we'll leave it there. Look after yourself, and I'll catch you on the next one.